All right, everybody, I'm back today to talk about how it is that I do an online class and what that looks like. If you haven't seen the video from this morning, it might be helpful to watch that. But basically, I've moved a lot of my classes online, and there are some downsides to that, but there's a lot of upsides too. And to be able to reach so many people from my home, I can do it from beginning to end in an hour, no more, and I'm reaching people all over and helping them from right here in northern Wisconsin. So it's a really great tool. It's not complicated. You can do it. I guarantee you, if you said, all right, every Wednesday night I'm going to be doing an online class, and you invited people and you did that for a month, I think you'd be really amazed. And imagine if you did that for 2 months, it would be remarkable. So I'm going to break it down for you and explain what I do. It really is not complicated. The supplies that I use. Okay, so I order the class in a box right through my doTERRA account. It's 25 bucks, guys. This is like worth its weight in gold. You get 10 5-milliliter bottles of wild orange. Okay, who lets you buy 10 5-milliliter bottles of wild orange for only 25 bucks? In addition to that, you get invitations, which I don't always use, but they're there. And you're gonna get the Live, Share, and Build guide. You get little things to put on your wild orange. You get one product guide. You get, I think it's 10. Sorry, I'm digging through this. You get 10, hey Laura Whip, hey Laura, and hey Wendy. You get 10 living magazines, and these are okay, what I love about doTERRA is that everything that they put out is beautiful. I'm kind of a snob, and these are beautiful magazines full of great information. They're jam-packed. And then you get one product guide. One more thing. See, there's so much in here. 25 bucks. You get these awesome sheets, so you can teach right from the front. And on the inside, it's got the list of everything you can buy. And then it's got your enrollment kits. Amazing, right? And then your sign-up forms, wholesale customer or wellness advocate. Okay, 25 bucks, every supply you need. So I order one of these for sure once a month. So you can get that, again, 25 bucks. And then the other thing that I order, right now this is in your, it's in the well supplies last category, which makes me a little nervous, but I got tired of filling my own samples, so doTERRA pre-fills. They've got the singles and the blends. So in the singles, there's peppermint, lavender, and melaleuca, and in the blend, you get On Guard, Breathe, and Digestive. It tells them how to use it. It does the whole thing. You don't have to sit there and write on a note. So when somebody says that they want to, I invite people to my class, and when somebody says, yes, that date works for me, I want to come, this is what I do. First, I invite them to join Zoom. It's free. If you don't have your account yet, go set it up, and then you can invite them to their email address to join. And again, it's free. I really think it's pretty user-friendly. So you're going to invite them to join Zoom, and then you need their physical address because you're going to mail them the class supplies. Because you're not actually there with them, I think it's really important that they can have some of these oils and other supplies to have like an oil experience. That's something that you're losing when you're not face-to-face, so I like to get them that supplies so I haven't totally lost that oil experience. So you're going to do those two things. So what I send, I really love to teach from the product guide. It's just my thing. You don't have to do that. You can teach with what comes in the class in a box. So I send them a product guide, and this is my copy. And I just stick one of the class in a box sheets inside of it. If you don't want to buy the product guide, then just send them this. And you can even send them this with the living magazine that came. Do whatever you want, really, truly. There is no wrong answer. I'm not going to force anything on you. So I send them a product guide, I send them the insert, and I send them one of my sample packs. And I say, dig right into the samples, we'll talk on whatever night. They've got the Zoom invite, they're good to go. Okay, anything else that I'm missing about that? Like the day before or the morning of, I send them the actual Zoom invitation to click and join the meeting. Zoom is great, they can join from any device, a phone, a computer, all of that. Oh, hey Brenda, so fun. Oh, I love that you guys are together. Okay, so those are the supplies that you send. That's pretty easy, right? I feel like we can all handle that. This class in a box is 25 bucks. If you enroll somebody with a family essentials kit, you're gonna get a fast start bonus of it's like $22. You've pretty much paid for your class in a box, and you can all enroll somebody with a family essentials kit. So this is really great. And these samples right now are buy one, get one. All right, enough about that. Here's what my class looks like. I'm actually going to just pretend that I'm giving a class right now because I think it might be helpful. I like hearing how other people do classes. Okay, here we go. We're gonna pretend. So this is what I do. I say, thanks everybody for being on. I love that we can connect this way. Again, remember, I'm sitting right in my kitchen. It's amazing. I remind them to have their supplies out. I show them how to use Zoom if they want to mute their video or mute their audio, or turn off their video or mute their audio. And then we dive right in. Okay, now I'm really pretending. I'm gonna stop. I might flip back and forth between pretending to give the class and actually giving the class. So tonight, I am so excited that you're here. I really love essential oils, and I didn't even know they existed 3 years ago. And I kind of wonder how I navigated life without them, to be completely honest. I was having a recurring health issue, and I was not finding any answers that were helpful in from traditional medicine. And my mom had her essential oils, and she was like, oh, try some of these. And I had instant relief from my symptoms, and I've never looked back. Wendy asked, how many do I invite? So let's see. Last month, I probably did, I would have to add it up. I invite as many people as I can think of. Last month, I probably invited 20. I probably got about 5 or 6 enrollments out of it, probably more. So that was vague. But I would invite anybody you can think of because they can attend from wherever, right? So I got my oils, and I've never looked back. My husband and I look at each other every single day, and we say, what did we do before we had the oils? We clean with them, we cook with them, we take care of our moods, we do everything with them. And we're healthier for it. We're living, we feel better all across the board. It's been a really amazing experience. So I love teaching people about oils because I think we're hearing about them all over, and they're not rocket science. So let me tell you how they work, and it'll be great. Tonight we're going to talk about what essential oils are. We're going to talk about why you use them, how you use them, and I'm going to tell you how to get them. I'm going to tell you right up front, if you want oils, then I hope that you'll leave here with your oils on the way. And if you don't want them, then don't get them, and that's fine. I'm really glad you're here. I think you're going to learn a lot, and I think you're really going to enjoy yourself. But if you want them, let's get them, and if you don't, then don't worry about it. Really, I mean that. So we're going to get started. I gave you the product guide in the mail, and what I love about this product guide is that everything I'm going to say and more is in this product guide. So you can always refer back to it, and it should be a really helpful resource for you. So if you want to turn to pages 4 and 5, this is where it talks about what essential oils are. And basically, they're from plants, okay? They're really powerful. They're very potent. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. They're very concentrated, and they have incredible power for our bodies. Wendy says, I like that you invite them to buy tonight. Yeah, part of what you're losing when you're doing a class online this way is that I call it the magic hour. It's my favorite part after the class when it's in person, when you get to kind of mingle and spend time. And it is a little bit hard. You tend to lose that when you're doing an online class, but I think we can make up for that. I can schedule another Zoom meeting with them or something like that, but I think it's really important because you're not with them to be if you want them, let's get them. I talked too long about that. Thanks, Wendy, for that input. So essential oils, they're from plants. Plants have a similar cell makeup to our own bodies, so essential oils support our bodies incredibly well. If you have a virus and you go to the doctor, there's nothing that they can do for you because traditional medicine cannot penetrate the cell membrane, but essential oils can, and they can get to where the virus is. And that's the kind of support that I want for my body and my family. On page 5, it talks about doTERRA standard. Their oils are certified pure therapeutic grade. All you need to know is that there's no regulatory body for essential oils, so you've got to be an educated consumer. And doTERRA's oils are the most tested and they're most trusted. The way that they're sourcing them is like nobody else is sourcing them. The way that they're testing them is how nobody else is testing them. Something that's meaningful to me is that Johns Hopkins, they use doTERRA's oils for their research because of the quality and the consistency. You can read more about what doTERRA is doing to ensure that we have the most amazing oils, but that's all I'm going to say about that for now because I could talk for a long time. And then I have them flip to page 6. At the bottom of page 6, there's a key, and it explains, there's like, aromatically, topically, and internally. And then it says if you can use an oil neat, sensitive, or diluted. And I show them, I have them flip to page 9 where it lists all the single oils. And I'm like, look, right here, you can use this key and you can see how to use every single oil. You don't have to be brilliant about this. You can just look it up in this product guide. And then I have them flip to page 26 because actually 26 was the old product guide. It's 29 now. And that's where they list all the blends, and you can just say, these are all the blends. You can use the same key to figure out how to use them. And underneath each blend, they list all the oils that are in them. How easy is that, right? Super easy. Then I have them go to pages 34 and 35 because this is where you can talk about the 3 ways to use oils: aromatically, topically, and internally. Sometimes you can interact with them a little bit. If people have muted their audios, it's a little bit hard, but you can say, what stands out to you on this page? And 9 out of 10 times they're going to say the diffusers. So you can be like, yes, I use oils aromatically. It's great. You can cleanse the air. You can kill the germs. You can affect people's mood, and you don't have to touch anybody. Diffusers are great. If you don't have a diffuser, just open up your bottle of oil and smell it. They can take their peppermint, if they have that peppermint, and they can experience that right then and there. They've got those samples that you've sent them. I say there's lots of different diffusers. They're all great for different purposes, but I would really encourage you, Wendy asked if I send both samples or both the blends and the singles. Okay, so I actually don't. I'm trying to do this as economically as possible, and what I found is when I send people lots of samples, they don't buy because they go like this and they use little bits of their samples as long as they can. So I tend to send them single oils more often than the blends, but if I know I've already sampled them, I'll send them the blends or something. But you could send both. You could. I just get a little nervous because I do feel like people get a little stingy, and then they're missing out then if they just have those little sample packs. So I explain aromatically, and then I talk about topically. I say I've got 2 rules for topically. You either put it where it hurts, or if you don't know, you put it on the bottoms of your feet. You've got lots of nerve endings in your feet, not very sensitive skin. It's a great place to put them. I talk about diluting. I say if you are working with somebody who's under the age of 6, somebody who's elderly with sensitive skin, or somebody who's pregnant, I would dilute. And I explain what I mean by that. You take a carrier oil, I love to use fractionated coconut oil, and you mix it with your 1 to 2 drops of essential oil. This helps weighs it down. This gives the body more time to process it. There is, like, some oils are hot to your skin, feel warm, and some feel very cool, so it can take the edge off. There are certain oils that I always dilute. I always dilute oregano or cinnamon, those more spicy oils, and you can go back and look at your page 9 to figure out what those oils are. But diluting is a great thing. And then internally, I would only ever use doTERRA's oils internally because I'm absolutely sure of their purity. You are going to use a glass or a stainless steel container because you don't want to dissolve the plastic that you're drinking out of. And if you're in a pinch, you could just put a drop right underneath your tongue, or veggie caps. And sometimes I actually have veggie caps here, and I show them how it works. I say you can put your drops in a veggie cap, you don't have to taste it, and you're good to go. And that's it. That's the 3 ways. I mean, that's super simple, right? Right. Then I tend to go back to page 19, which has the Family Physician Kit oils on it. It's Family Essentials now, I'm sorry. They renamed the kit. The Family Essentials Kit. And I think it's important to touch on these oils because they're so important and they're so pivotal. Like, every home should have these 10 oils, but I don't talk forever about them. So I start at the top with frankincense. I say, have you ever had a migraine? Have you ever had a wound? Have you ever had some kind of inflammation that was causing you pain? Have you ever wanted your skin to look more clear? Have you ever had a scar? Then you use your frankincense. Frankincense, there's research that shows that it can pass the blood-brain barrier. It's a very powerful oil. It's very healing and regenerative, and it's an incredible oil to have on hand. It's great for mood and focus and all sorts of things. Lavender, have you ever had a cut? Anything that needed healing? Have you ever been anxious? Have you ever had a hard time falling asleep? Any of those things. Or have you ever had a kid that was worked up? Lavender is great for that. It's very gentle, it's very calming and soothing. You can apply it topically. It's great if you've reached into the oven and you've burned your hand. I just love my lavender. Lemon, this is all about healthy blood pressure and healthy digestion and gently cleansing out the bad things out of your body. You can clean with it. It's an incredible cleaner. It's only $10 a bottle. That means 4 cents a drop. You could replace probably 15 products in your home with a $10 bottle of lemon. It's an amazing oil. It's like liquid sunshine. It makes me happy just smelling it. Peppermint, have you ever worked out? Have you ever had a fever? Have you ever had a headache? Have you ever been sunburnt? Have you ever wanted to repel insects? Peppermint's all about those things. I love that it's very cooling. I love a drop in the bottom of my shower. If I'm congested, I used it before I work out to open up my airways and increase oxygen flow. I love my peppermint. Melaleuca is commonly known as tea tree oil, and if you have school-aged kids or you are at all in contact with them, you need this oil and you need it in your shampoo because there's super lice right now, and Melaleuca kills lice. All right, so put some in your shampoo. I put some on my scalp. It's great for just a healthy scalp overall. And what I love about Melaleuca is that it's a very cleansing oil. So maybe you have a cut that's looking a little bit funky. It's great to clean with. If your toenails are, it's great for like nail health and things like that. So I love Melaleuca for that way. If you have a sore throat, it's very helpful. It's a antibacterial, antifungal, all those good things. Next is oregano. I don't use this oil every day, but I love it when I need it. It's kind of like, this is non-compliant, it's kind of like nature's antibiotic. So as soon as I feel like I've got some kind of a threat going on and I'm not feeling great, I put it on the bottoms of my feet. It's amazing. I can put some in a veggie cap and take it that way. It offers the most incredible support to your body. Again, we talked about virus. They're on the inside of your cells. Well, let me tell you, oregano is going to support your body to deal with that in an amazing way. Deep Blue, have you ever been sore? Have you ever had any discomfort or pain? This oil is amazing. You can apply it right to wherever it's hurting and it feels very cooling and then very warm. It's wonderful. It's the most amazing smell. I love this oil. Next is Breathe. This is the Respiratory Blend. This time of year, you just have to have this oil. You can diffuse it, you can put it on topically. If you're congested, whether that's from a seasonal threat or an environmental threat, or maybe you have a condition where your airways just need extra support, this oil is for you. It's amazing how it can open up airways and support you that way. Next is Digestive. This is all about your stomach. I won't go into details about what stomach issues you might be having, but it's what you should reach for anytime you've got anything going on with your stomach. It's amazing. You could put it on your stomach. You could put it on the bottoms of your feet. You could take it internally. It's wonderful. And last is going to be On Guard, and this I have the most empty bottles of for sure. This is all about immune support. So I clean with it. I'm diffusing it. I put it on topically. I take it internally. Whatever I need to support my immune system, especially this time of year. It's an amazing, amazing oil. So those are the top 10 oils, and then I have them turn to page 56 because this is where it talks about the Lifelong Vitality Pack. doTERRA is obviously an oil company. That's why we all fell in love with doTERRA, but the Lifelong Vitality Pack is doTERRA's #1 selling product. And if you know anything about health, you know that it starts in your gut. And if your gut is not right, something else is going to go wrong. So I love that this is all your vitamins and minerals and omega-3s and antioxidants and essential oils, and it's super convenient and it's incredible. It's an incredible product. There's a lot of research and development that goes into it, but basically this is like foundational to me, and it's doTERRA obviously stands behind it because it's their #1 product, and they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied. Most people notice like less pain, more energy, better sleep, better focus, better digestion for sure. That's a really good one. So many benefits, and if you're not enjoying it, then you get your money back, and I've never had anybody have to get their money back. I explain how this little chart down here, how generous doTERRA is about their supplements, and that you can get up to 3 additional supplements at reduced prices. The Deep Blue Polyphenol, that blue bottle, is usually $59.50, and you could get it for only 20 bucks. That's amazing. That's internal Deep Blue, and it's incredible for anybody with pain or discomfort. And I talk about the digestive enzymes because everybody needs a digestive enzyme, because if your body's working overtime to digest food, even if you're eating good food, then you're at a deficit. Your immune system's at a deficit. It's just hard on your body. And the probiotics, the PB Assist, because I've never found a probiotic like it that's double encapsulated, that has the pre and probiotic, and that is so effective at getting to where it needs to go. So I make sure they know about that. I say on the pages surrounding this, there is so much good information. There's like personal care products, and there's mood oils and women's products and cleaning products. There's so many things. That's for you to look at on your own time. I'm not going to go into that right now. That was like pretty much my whole class. And then I say, for those of you who are interested in getting oils, this is how it works. You can either pay $35 for your membership to get wholesale pricing, or the smartest way is to pick an enrollment kit. You're going to save the most money, you're going to get the must-have products at a great price, and you're going to have wholesale pricing on anything that you want for a whole year. It's a great deal. There's no commitment that comes along with it. You don't have to sell, you don't have to buy, you don't have to do anything. You just get whatever products you want at a great price. My most favorite kits, the Home Essentials kit is my favorite because you get the 10 top oils plus the diffuser at a really great price. And if you don't get a diffuser with your enrollment kit, you're going to be coming back to order one anyway, so you might as well get one, and that's a great savings. And the other one I love is the Natural Solutions kit. If I were trying to make over my home and make it totally like green and natural, I would expect to easily pay $1,500. What I love about the Natural Solutions kit is that you can make over your entire home, and it's $500. And it's the most amazing products for sure. So that's a really great starting point too for people. There's a lot of different kits. It's very customizable. I would encourage you to figure out what your health goals are and to pick the kit that works best for you, and let's get it on its way. Again, if you want oils, let's get them coming, and if you don't, that's fine. I'm super glad you were here, and I hope you learned something, and you know that you're welcome back anytime to a class or a training. And that's my class, guys. That's it. I'm working on sometimes saying I'm blocking out like 10 to 15 minute chunks each week, and those are like, to me, you can sign up for one of those and you can get my undivided attention, and we can come up with a game plan of oils for whatever you're dealing with. And I think that kind of replaces the after class magic hour. When you're in person, you get to engage with them and to say to them, hey, let's just connect one-on-one and let's talk about what are your health goals. I used to have people fill out this form and take a picture and send it to me for their order, but now what I'm going to do is just put my link. There's a chat box in Zoom. I'm just going to put my website link in there, and they can click join and save and put in their own information. And it's pretty easy. Wendy wants to know, what do you mean customizable? I just really like to let people know with doTERRA that they get to make it what they want. So whether that's paying the $35 and picking their own products, or there's a lot of different kits to pick from that are very like specific to what health goal you're trying to achieve. So that's kind of what I mean by that. So I put that link in the chat box for them to go to my business website, and they can order what they want through there. And just so you know, if they enroll through that website, they will end up on your team, and you'll get an email, but they will be on your front line. So you're probably going to want to move them, and you've got your 14 days, but I just want you to know that. The Zoom is free, and on the free version, you only get 45 minutes when you've got multiple people in a meeting. And I think that's a really good thing, because honestly, your class shouldn't be any longer than that. It shouldn't. Sometimes at the beginning, if I have a group on, I ask them, like, what are you hoping to learn, or things like that. But it really should be super simple. You can have props. You can hold up, a water bottle. You can hold up a PB Assist capsule or the Lifelong Vitality, or you can just sit there and do it. But I want you guys to know that, like, this is so doable. Like, you could all do this. Yeah, Wendy had an online order this week. The website is getting more and more user-friendly, so I'm okay sending people to my website now. I wasn't before, because weird things happened. But honestly, if you just said, okay, these are the 4 dates this month that I'm offering an online class, and you did it, I think you would be really amazed. And you have to work a little bit harder at developing relationships online, but it's totally, totally possible. It's so possible. I've got people reaching out to me that I've never even met face to face, and that's great. So I hope that's helpful to you. I really, seriously, go get some on the calendar. Do it. There's no point. There's no reason that you shouldn't. Order your supplies if you haven't. Feel free to keep commenting questions or anything that comes up about what I just said. But I just say go for it, for sure. And if you want me to do your first one, I can, but you're more than capable. Thanks for hopping on, and I'll probably be back tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.